Hello all. Well, we've got all the frame painted now. So the frame's completely done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look at putting the swing arm back in. We'll check the swing arm bushes. I might or might not do them. Let's have a look and see whether they need doing. So here's the swing arm and all its components. We've got the main bolt that goes all the way through. We've got the two caps. These go on the end here. Inside they've got these rubber seals here. Now I've just ordered some new rubber seals. So next thing we've got to do is we've got to get these O-rings out of here. I'm going to wait for the new ones to come before I do that. But what I want to do today is just thread this all together and then just have a wobble and see if I've got any free play. So let me get you on the tripod and we'll put this all together. So all we really need to do to test this is put that on there. Push that through there, like so. Put the cap on this side. Oh, I haven't got the frame going through, have I? Let me get a couple of big washers. Hold on a moment. I'm going to check this once I put the swing arm back and I've got all the wheel on and check it for up and down movement. But I've put a spanner on this side just to cover where I haven't got them where I'm bolted through the frame. I've tightened it up. And there is no movement on that bolt at all. So I'm pretty confident that my bushes in there are fine. I'll replace the rubber washers when they come and then we'll put that back on. But that looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to run with that. The washers should be here midweek so I can get that back on and get that back in. And then we can start to put the shocks back on as well. Start to rebuild the back end to get this back wheel back on. And then once I've got the bike on its wheels again, I can move it round. We can tidy up down the end of the garage and continue on our way. Well, I'm not standing idle while I'm doing that, so I've got the rest of the day. So I've got these O-rings, which are 3 by 2.5, 30 internal diameter by 2.5 mil thick. They fit inside here. Here's one of the ones I purchased. You can see that drops in there. Lovely. So what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to get the old one out. I'm probably going to have to use a screwdriver and muller it. Cool. Hard to get this down in that groove. My poor fingers on overtime getting this done. Right, it's in. That can bolt in and pull in when we've got the swing arm on. So right, I think we're ready to go to the bike now. Start threading this through. I'm going to double check in the manual what goes through where and we'll see how we go. Right, this is going to be fun, trying to get this on here. I probably could have done with another pair of hands, to be honest. But we will go for it. So I've got to get both of these caps on. Right, so, which keep falling off. I may need you to give me a hand in a minute.
I'm cooking, Mark.
Oh, okay. So I can't do this, I don't think. Right, and then we'll try and ram that up in this gap here, like so. Come on, that's pretty much in. You need to move the brake pedal down. Oh, look at that. Right, hang on, let's move you back a bit. I need something to prop the swing. Just happen to have an axle stand here, which is perfect. We can put a bit of polythene there, like so. Lower that on there. Look at that. Right, And we've got the nut. There's a bit of movement there, but we haven't torqued it up yet. So I'm going to put a washer on that side as well to hold that. We go and get one and we tighten it up, but that looks a lot better now the swing arm's back in. You can see, as I say, look, a bit of movement there, but we haven't torqued it up. When we torque it up, that shouldn't move. I'll bring you in so you can see. I found a washer and it's a lovely fit. Then we can crank the bolt down on that and that should go in. So I'm just going to clean this washer up a bit because it's got some goop or something on it, and then we'll add that on. Once you put this back on, as you see I've taken it back off again, there's underneath there's a grease nipple here that you're supposed to fill the inside of this tube with grease. It packs all the fillers in there and everything in. So I've got the wheel bearing in this side where the cush rubbers go. Let me just flip the wheel over, and then I've got the wheel bearing in this side where the brake shoes fit into. So that's good. So let's go back to the cush rubbers and I'll show you where we've got, not the cush rubbers, the cush drive side, and we'll look where I got up to, what I found. So into this recess here, we've got this spacer. It pushes in like so. And then when the wheel spindle goes through, that seals all of this area and stops all the dirt and crap getting in. So I've been looking for that for the last couple of days because I couldn't find it, but I've managed to get it now, so we're all good. Right, so I think now, put the brakes in, put the cush rubbers in, put that in, we're really good to go. Give your cush drive rubbers a good good press in when you get them in, and they don't come back out again when you're moving about. And then you've got these 4 slots here which correspond to the 4 slots on the back here, and then you line it up like so, drop it in, give it good, and it's in. And then you start to have what looks like your back wheel back together again. Right, you can come and join me over at the bike. I'll get set up and we'll get the wheel spindle through and get this wheel back on. Right, here goes nothing. Now the big question is, can I get this spindle lined up in this wheel? And the answer is, yes I can. Apart from everything falling out, including the spacer. Crap. Let's come round and that's got it. Alright, let's try and lift it up. Push. Ah, now all the cush drive rubbers have come off. Spindle spacer's come out. Jesus Christ. Right, that is in that side, but nothing coming through. So I'm doing these jobs one-ended. I could give it a bit of gentle persuasion, I suppose, if I can find the rubber mallet. Hold on. Right, I've just given it a push and it's pretty much come through. So what I'm going to do, shift you over to this side so you can see what's going on here, and then we've got this and this. So as soon as this comes through, it's got to go into this spindle, and then that's got to go up for the final bit to come through, which is easier said than done, because at the moment I can't seem. God, Jesus, that is tight. I think it's this thing here that's not helping. That's it. Right. So we've got to back this out a bit. Get that in there. Right, which it is. And then somehow got to get that in between that and the spacer, but I think what's happened is the wheel is too far this way. Yeah, it is. Oh, look at that. Right, now oh, we've got it. Look at that. It's through. I've got my back wheel back on. Oh, I can't believe that. Right. So, I would have thought there was a big washer that went over there. But I haven't got one. Let me see if I can find one. And we'll put the castle nut on. Lock it all up. We are good to go. Oh yes. One back wheel. Not tight, but it's on. That's the main thing. Actually, must be getting on for about 5:45, 10 to 6 now, so I think in celebration of our success there, I'm going to go and stick the kettle on and have a celebratory cuppa. It's that early in the morning, I need one. Well, I've got it all through, as you know, but what I really want to do is I want a washer on this side. So I'm just going to measure what the diameter of this is. And we're getting on for 16mm internal diameter. So if I went to 17, that's too big. 16, yeah, that's about right. So we want a 16 by approximately so we want 30 outside diameter. Oh, we could probably go a bit more actually than that. 30 or 31 by 16. Let me just make a note of that. Well, what we're going to do for the time being is we're going to put this nut on here. Move this towards the back. Just roughly centralise it up. God, this is going to want a bit of grease on it. Out 5. Oh. Well, we achieved the goal at least of getting the wheel on before the end of the bank holiday weekend, which is perfect. Well, that's about as far as that'll go without doing the nut. And then if I back these right off, do these in as far as we can go. I might just, oh crap, oh that hurt. I've just knocked the nut that held the shock absorber on off. I don't know where that's gone. Fallen down on the floor somewhere. Oh well, we'll have to find it when we can. Right, that's bitten that side. Do the same on this side. Then what it means is when we tighten up the wheel, it's actually got sort of 3 points holding it, the spindle through the middle, and these outer adjusters. Let's give that a bit of a look. A bit of a look. Right, let's go find a spanner and tighten this up. So I've just added this adjustable spanner to my toolkit. that I'm going to be eventually carrying, and also there's a 22mm spanner that's just fallen off around the other side to hold the other side on, which I've also added onto the list so that we can put together a comprehensive toolkit. I have actually got a list of the original tools that came with the bike, so it'd be interesting to see from a comparison how close what I've come up with matches what was in the original toolkit. I'd be interested to do that, so I will do that comparison at some point. Let's just get this nut done up here. Here we go. As I say, I'm going to get a washer for it, but I just want to crunch this back wheel up for the time being, and it means I can move the bike about, get it off the centre stand. Well, actually no, I'll leave it on there for a minute while we're working on it. But if I need to move the bike now, I can. Right. That is done. Oh, really pleased with how that's gone today. That was my goal this morning, to get all that in, and we have done it. So we now have a lovely back wheel on.